Welcome everyone, out of the woo. Danny 702 is welcome everyone, out of the woo here. Danny 702, as the recording of this is Wednesday, the last day of May 31st, 2023. This is like deja vu. We were here 2 months ago for what we thought was going to be the soft opening.
Supposed to be.
Of the Punk Rock Museum. It is now officially open.
Yes.
And we're going to check it out.
Yes.
That iconic text, the font there, the Punk Rock Museum. This has been open for about a month. Have you been here yet?
I have not. I waited.
You waited till I was here?
I waited.
Which is good. Went to Punk Rock Bowling, and now Punk Rock Museum.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be like the Bad Religion font.
I don't know.
Yeah. And I have no idea what to expect.
I really don't either.
Also going to meet up with another friend, Dano, is going to be here. So Danny and Dano, once he gets here, I believe Dano is a street team member.
That's
and
cool.
He hands out flyers and things. So.
Maybe he can give us a little bit of insider, news or anything.
Yeah, insider info, insider tips. All right, let's go ahead. I'm inviting you to join me and Danny 702.
Shall you?
Oh man, it's Dano. He's here.
Hey,
Dano made it.
we're here.
I was just talking about how you were on the street team.
I am.
Yeah, that's a phrase a lot of people don't even know what that means.
I know, right? Isn't that such a punk thing, though? The old street team.
Yeah.
Telling everybody, passing out flyers.
Don't forget the struggle. Don't forget the streets. I think that was Agnostic Front that sang that. So what do we have to expect in here, Dana?
There are decades and decades of punk, from 60s to current. A jam room. You can pick up actual guitars that were used on specific albums.
Yeah.
It's cool. You're gonna love it.
Let's get in there. Do you ever think you'd see the day where there was a museum of punk? The punk. Oh. All right.
Thank you guys.
We gotta finish our coffees first. We'll chug our coffee. Nothing. There's no line to get. No better to get hyped on caffeine before going in for a little rock. What's around the back? Isn't there like a stage around the back?
Not yet.
They're gonna build a stage.
What I was told is they're working on potentially a half pipe.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. Yeah, that's right.
The stage.
And then a
might
stage will
that
be
way?
built somewhere over here. I don't
Over
know
there.
exactly where, but
Maybe they'll
it's
put the
all
stage
in
up at the top of the Strat.
There you go.
Yeah, you can see it from there. Everybody can see the Strat from here. The best landmark in Vegas. Most iconic landmark you see from everywhere. All right, we have stepped in. This is the first room, and just got a lot of images already, like famous photos and whatnot, kind of going through. We got Tony Sly over here, who passed away a while back. And it's kind of cool. They have some Blink-182s too. So you have a Mark Hoppus quote here. There's Mark Hoppus kind of back in the day at Warped Tour, jumping around. Just to show some of the stuff when I'm already originally walking in, they have just a whole kind of wall of different items. But they have Joan Jett's studded jacket and Ramones t-shirts. A lot of Ramones stuff. But Joan Jett wore this studded leather jacket, which is pretty cool. And then you go over to like the Ramones stuff. It has some of the items that the Ramones wore, like this Superman shirt, and just the bass guitar that was given to C.J. Ramone, I believe, from the bass player of Rancid, Matt Freeman, one of the best bass players, one of my favorite bass players. He gave it to C.J. Ramone, who played it for a little while too. And of course the Misfits, you can't think of punk rock without the Misfits, but the Misfits have a whole entire huge section, and there are some of Jerry Only spikes, very heavy spikes on top of this brick down below as well. And a Plan 9 from Outer Space shirt that I believe Glenn Danzig, if I can remember correctly, Glenn Danzig, I'm trying to do like a little voiceover because the music's pretty loud in certain parts, but Glenn Danzig made this Plan 9 from Outer Space t-shirt. It's just like a wide variety of different items that different guys and bands all wore, including Billy Idol made this Generation X, Gen X t-shirt here. He like hand screen printed it or hand painted it. And then Joe Strummer from The Clash, this was like one of his last bags of weed he ever had. A lot of Clash stuff as well, kind of scattered around, including a Clash set list as well, handwritten by Joe Strummer, of course. But yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff when you just kind of first walk in. Over here, that looks like the Palladium on Sunset Boulevard over there, I believe, as well. I think that's a famous photo of the Palladium as well. And you got this whole area over here with Social D, of course, Another State of Mind over here as well. Here's another leather jacket. Let's see who this one is. Oh, this is Johnny Two Bags, Gibson SG, right up there as well. I got the U.S. Bombs t-shirt, or button on there as well. This is one by Mike Ness in the 1990s. Social D. This is probably Mike Ness's guitar. Yeah, that's one on the photo of the self-title. This is on the album cover itself. and Agent Orange. Actually, when I was in a band, we were in a band called Guttermouth. We toured with Agent Orange for a month, so I got to know those guys pretty well, pretty legendary. SoCal punk rock band, surf rock style. If you ever heard Offspring's Come Out and Play, they definitely like emulated that style of guitar work for that song as well. So definitely Agent Orange, kind of legends in the punk community. Whose is this? Did you see whose that one was? What are you gonna say? That's it, just the Descendant stuff. There's Milo's Glasses for sure. Dana, you know who this is? Whose this is? Oh, here's the Social D's first T-shirt that was on the first tour. It's hand stenciled by the band. There's Flea from Chili Peppers up there, very young. He was here? Did you see him?
We saw him but didn't know it was him.
Oh, no
until
way.
Afterwards,
Man.
we saw the museum post on their socials that he was here.
No
And we were
way.
like, he was standing right next to us. We didn't know.
Who else was here opening day? Mike was here,
Mike
right?
was here. I believe Wee Man showed
Oh,
up for
okay.
a little bit.
From Jackass?
Yeah, from Jackass.
That's pretty cool. Got an Adolescence flyer here. This might be an Oh, this is a Cadillac Tramps guitar. Oh, look at this. You got the boombox here. You got all the VHS Flipside video, the skate community. Oh, I bet some of these I probably had back in the day. I used to have a lot of the, I mean, obviously Repo Man. That's like a punk rock, punk rock film. Some of these Minor Threats, Black Flag. Ah, the cassette days. Wow. Wow, look at all these. The handwritten cassettes over there. Oh, the best of Flipside. I totally remember Flipside. Oh, and Suburbia. There you go. Gotta love that movie. That's like the original mold from the Devo hat?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where they're made from.
Is that a Devo suit? Never mind that now. It's a Back to the Future thing, but... Oh man, 8 tracks. Ramones 8 tracks and Clash 8 tracks. So that's the original mold that they used to make the original Devo hats. That is amazing. Original vacuum form collection and original mold from 1981. Originally worn as part of the band's stage outfits during the Freedom of Choice campaign in the 1980s. Josh Freese went on to play with Devo for a while. Josh Freese just was announced to be the new Foo Fighters drummer too. So Screeching Weasel, this is Jughead's guitar. I wonder if Ben Weasel has any items in here, because I think like him and Mike had like a little, they weren't getting along for a while, so I'm kind of curious if they have anything from Ben Weasel in here. But then again, that was like 20 years ago, so who knows, maybe people will make up. We got the orange head here. This is TSOL's 1970 Fender amp as well. There's some drum. Circle Jerks tour. And speaking of Foo Fighters, you got Dave Grohl, who was originally in Scream. He played this drum kit. He was the original drummer of the punk band Scream, right over there. That was the drum kit he used at the 930 Club. Stepping back in time until like the 1980s living room scene here with the family albums on it. Up there you got lots of flyers that are in frames, a big surfboard. I wonder what the surfboard is. It's a classic surfboard with a set list written by Tony Sly from No Use for a Name. Also there's Fat Mike and Cokie the Clown. I got to see them at the Whiskey A Go-Go a few years ago when he did a side project in LA. This is an original 1977 Ramones standee, and check them out, they all signed it. Well, at least Dee Dee signed it there at his crotch area and the other guys did. Doesn't look like Joey signed his though. He must not have been in a sign-in mood that day. But you got Johnny over here too. This area over here is like a wall with all the flyers on it like you see in cities promoting different shows. And wow, look at this. This is Misfits? Oh yeah, that's Misfits right over there on that wall. Hey, Dana was saying this pole might have been from somewhere historic, but I don't see like a marker or anything. This has the F1. All right, they have a section over here dedicated to the Bay Area and Berkeley and San Francisco and the whole Bay Area. And there's some Operation Ivy stuff, and then Lookout Records, which disbanded years ago, but they have some Lookout Records items. They also have, take a look at this. This is Tim Armstrong's guitar that he recorded the Operation Ivy songs on. One of my favorite bands. Tim Armstrong's in Operation Ivy and now in Rancid. Also, Matt Freeman was also in both bands as well. But if you listen to those Operation Ivy songs, this is the one he recorded those songs on, and it has his nickname. He used to go by Lint, Tim Lint Armstrong. Still in the core. The item right here completely blows my mind. And another one of my favorite bands, Bouncing Souls, here on the stoop. I think that's the original drummer, Shal, right there. In fact, I have a Bouncing Souls tattoo right there. I love the Souls. In fact, check it out, Bouncing Souls down here. The Drink Coffee and Destroy, that was their logo for a long time. They had these stickers. That's actually on Billy Joe back in another room. Billy Joe from Green Day. They have a lot of Green Day stuff. Billy Joe on one of his BJ guitars has the Bouncing Souls paper sticker think I have some of those in a box somewhere. But basically, they have a lot of Green Day stuff. They have Billy Joe's first amp with the Tilt sticker still on it. The singer of Tilt, Cinderblock, went on to do all their merchandise. I think might still do all the Green Day merch, even as big as they have gotten. But Mike Dernso on one of his original basses, and one of Billy Joe's BJ guitars on in here as well. They just have quite a bit of just crazy stuff. And there's even some Nirvana history. They have a Nirvana Grammy in here as well. But not just the Grammy, they have a couch that kind of uses these, called the nodding off couch, that Kurt Cobain would like take little naps in. And I believe Fat Mike discovered that there's this photo, this was the nodding couch, and decided to keep it, put it in here, and you're allowed to touch everything that's not behind glass, like anything you can sit on, and you can sit on the nodding couch. A employee came by and said, you can sit on that couch. So I took a little cat nap for 2 seconds in the same area that Kurt Cobain from Nirvana ended up also getting a little nap on as well. So yeah, what are the odds? I napped in the same little spot that Cobain took a little power nap on. All right, getting into some of the NoFX stuff. You got the Fat Mike doll here. You got the NoFX head. You got the Me First and the Gimme Gimme stuff over here. A NoFX surfboard as well. This is pretty interesting. This is from the last show of Operation Ivy. And take a look over here in this corner. There's Billy Joe from Green Day right there. And here's some of the early info and contracts of Fat Records back in the day. This is a record deal. Quite all handwritten, with just some of the items. Very, very kind of nonchalant on what they were required to do for being on Fat Records over here. Fat will credit you 50% of the money. Fat might pay you twice a year. Suckers. Signed, Fat Mike, president. Oh yeah, some Warped Tour water. Oh, that was the first app tour I ever saw NoFX on, the White Trash, Two Heaps, and a Bean tour. They opened up for Fishbone in like '94 at Visage in Orlando. Got Kung Fu Records, which is kind of affiliated with the Vandals, and Joe Escalante. He used to play drums for the band back in the Suburbia days, switched over to bass, and this is his bass guitar, and this is his leather jacket here. And getting on to some Pennywise stuff, Fletcher's favorite longest-running guitar known as Bird Banger. Fletcher was booked in Scotland Yard after hitting security guard in the head with this very guitar right down there. I think this might be another one of, oh, actually that was Jason Matthew Thirst's bass. One of the original bass player who passed away in the early 90s. And I got the album cover for Against the Grain, Bad Religion right over here. And then, let's see, we're getting into some street punk. We got street punk over here. We got some ska over here. I'm gonna say half the stuff I don't know what it is, but half the stuff is kind of jarring my memory when I see it. And I'm like, wow, I've actually retained a lot of my punk knowledge through the years. This is the very first 7-inch from Pennywise, Word to the Wise, which this is before the self-titled album that came out on Epitaph. I never had that on vinyl, but I did have the cassette tape years and years and years ago. And here's a band I really like, the Bosstones. So this is Nate Albert's original guitar. First time I saw Bosstones was in the early 90s. They opened up for Butthole Surfers, and I was completely blown away with how amazing that band was. I went on to kind of be a lifelong fan. Oh, is that Dickies out? Oh, it's Ben Cars. They have any of Dickies stuff in here?
Ties?
Oh, Dickies ties. Yeah, various show members. Dickie went on to be the voice of the Jimmy Kimmel show. All right, this photo of Pennywise here is taken to their practice space, and they have moved some of the items in the carpet from their practice space into the actual punk rock museum. And of course, also the SoCal punk band 98 Mute, which I think they were kind of short-lived. They didn't really last too long as far as bands go, but 98 Mute was kind of up there with the Theologian record era of Pennywise. So definitely know a lot about Pennywise. I think Fletcher helped set a lot of this up, right? Him and Mike.
He set up pretty much all of this. I mean, down to the beer cans, probably.
And sometimes they'll have bands come in here and play in here.
Yeah,
in fact, Casualties, right?
Casualties played here, Sunday?
Yeah.
I saw Me First and the Gimme Gimmes on Friday.
They played in here?
Right in here.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing.
I used to have that Pennywise poster right there. Long time ago. And that one, the About Time one. Wow. And that Voodoo Glow Skulls. I used to have that Voodoo Glow Skulls poster back in the early 90s on my wall. All right, this is interesting. Dano just pointed this out. This is the original garage door from Pennywise's garage right here. Has Pennywise ever showed up and actually played in here as well?
Not that I know of, not yet.
I'm sure Fletcher's probably grabbed the guitar though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be a 98 Mute drum holder there, and that says Fat Mike right over there. So I guess maybe that used to be one of Fat Mike's amps possibly that Pennywise ended up using. Also the Pennywise spray painted over there. Jason Matthew Thirst, JMT right over there, the former early bass player that was on the first and second album. All right, I walk back over to this area. Take a look at this. This is Fat Mike's bass that he smashed in the Sticking in My Eye video from the White Trash album there as well. This must be the guitar case as well, and the guitar player is strung out right there as well. There's just like so many guitars through here. This definitely looks like a punk rock photo. Me in front of the Pennywise's drum kit, guitars, amps, all that. Pennywise, About Time, self-titled, Unknown Road, classic albums. Here you got Bad Religion, No Control, some old photos. Of course, LA, How Could Hell Be Any Worse, their very first one. With, and then up here, the very, it's actually technically the second Offspring album, but Ignition, the first one on Epitaph. But this is the first tour that I saw Offspring on and Guttermouth on, but I saw them at the Orlando show, and it was Offspring, Guttermouth, and Bouncing Souls. Face to Face wasn't on that one. I believe that was 94, before Smash became a complete smash. I love that album though. I love the Ignition album. Oh, that's
the tape that was recorded.
That was when they went for the first time ever through the one album. They went to the major label on Atlantic for 21st Century Digital Boy. Everyone gave them so much crap for like selling out, and then they were just like, we could have just stayed on Epitaph and made way more money. There's another Vandals guitar over here, and it looks like some shoes. These look like El Jefe has signed these from NoFX. The guitar player from NoFX signed that right down there. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look at this. Old Vandals set list. Old school. Pat Brown, Mohawk Town on there. Anarchy Burger, Hold the Government. I'm trying to figure kind of what the backstory on some of these jackets are. Like I'm noticing this this Gigi one right there. I wonder if that like is from his band. Or they also have a little area here known as the Triple Down, which is like the bar. And like through the little the bar area, they serve a lot of different drinks and whatnot. But Fletcher has a drink that you guys from Pennywise where they dump out the Pringles. You could eat the Pringles, and they put the booze in the Pringle can. And it's kind of like a cool vibe. I'm a non-drinker, but it's kind of cool that they have this like punk rock bar inside the museum itself that you can get like you have a few drinks if you so choose. And if you want to get married in here, there is a wedding chapel where you can get married inside the museum itself. You have to have an ordained minister here. I'm not sure who that would be, but they have the candles all set up, and there's even an area where you can get tattooed over there. You can get a tattoo. So if you get married in here, you get all these postings from Sid Vicious, and you got Sid and Nancy up there. That did not end well for Nancy, or for Sid or anything like that. But yeah, you got all this. When you give your vows, it would be like right here, up on all that. All right, I'm inside the jam room now. All these different instruments here, and then they also have the photos above. There's like Mike playing this bass here.
Yeah. You can pick it up and play it.
Oh, this is the Pennywise. That's Jason Thirst bass. Or is this the cabinet there? Oh, is that Herrera's? That's his bass from MXPX. Oh, I think that's Tim's guitar right there.
That's it. Pick it up.
I'll let Danny pick it up and pick up a bass. Oh, you can actually pick them up?
Yeah. Pick them up. You can play them if you want. Now it's left-handed. I'm right-handed.
Yeah,
so
yeah, for
the
sure.
strings are backwards, but yeah. You can play.
Oh, when they were down in the jam,
when they were
down in the jam room.
Yeah, I think they grabbed everything from here except for the drums that were already down there.
So I can grab this MXPX bass?
Yeah.
Really?
Gotcha.
It's been a long time since I've even attempted to play bass.
You want to plug it in? You can get your.
I can plug it in?
Right.
Yeah, I'm covering someone's break at the moment, so I don't know how any of this works.
Oh, okay.
There'll be a guy back.
I mean, there's a cord here, but if you want to wait and come back in a minute, we can.
Yeah, he'll be up in like 5-10 minutes and shows it. He's the one that knows how it all works.
That's crazy.
And that's this bass right here.
Oh, that's the actual bass.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's it. Like. Nailed it.
A little rusty.
Oh, hey.
I'm a chick magnet. Just like Mike.
Whose was that?
That's Mike Herrera's from MXPX.
Right on.
So I know you're gonna love this.
Is this
This is Tim's guitar.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah.
It's still recording.
This is so cool.
Isn't that awesome?
I can pick it up.
Yeah, you can play it if you want.
I don't know how to play. If I can pretend.
You can pretend. Well, Tim pretends a lot of times, so it's fine. I mean, Lars is usually covering the guitar parts.
And it's pink. I love this too much. This is amazing.
That's Mike's, right? No fact, Mike's.
Yeah.
What guitar is this?
Eugene from
Gogo Bordello, yeah.
Gogo Bordello, okay.
That's relatively new, right? Since you came
Yeah,
here?
he left it here when he came through on tours.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. Are you right or left-handed?
I'm right.
Okay, yeah, so you're playing it. He plays it left-handed.
Yeah, I can feel it doesn't feel right. But
Oh, this is cool. This is a Queer Screeching Weasel. Fapids amp.
hanging out punk rock museum.
That was pretty good.
Down close to the stratosphere.
There we go. Fat Mike's amp here. It says Fat Boy on the side of it there. Got the off sticker down there.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Wesley Willis, but his keyboard's back there.
What?
Oh, where?
Back here?
What?
Yeah. Right,
Rock and Roll McDonald's?
Yeah, rock and roll.
Is this where Rock and Roll McDonald's is played?
Yeah,
His keyboard.
and it's
What? Wow. That's awesome.
Rock and Roll McDonald's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever hear that song?
Yeah.
sounds exactly the same as all his other songs.
Yeah, that's where it happened, right there.
Oh,
Fletcher's.
Wow.
look, Mike Roche from TSL. This is a.
The Fletcher's guitar.
I believe it is. Yeah.
Cool.
Believe it is. Dropkick Murphy's guitar.
This is awesome, man. Yeah.
Oh, look at that! PD's guitar! No way! You can just pick up
He
pick
bought me
them up
lobster
and
once.
play. That's amazing. I wish I knew how to
Just
play.
from
Strung out?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, in high school, my girlfriend's sister was dating him. And he came out to visit in Albuquerque and took us out to the New Mexico Yacht Club restaurant and
Wow.
bought me a lobster dinner when I was like 18.
Yeah, that would have been me more or less in the 90s, probably late 90s. If I did that now, I probably would not end well for me. Yeah, I probably would not be able to do that these days. Okay, this is kind of cool. Jason Navarro from Destruction by Definition, great ska punk band. This is an original name. They dropped the Jack Kevork in, but they were originally called that. In fact, the first demo, Green World, was titled that. All right, that was awesome. That was much better than I expected it was going to be. I knew it was going to be good, but that was definitely pretty cool. And I ended up getting some merchandise as well. I got a t-shirt here for posterity to kind of remember the moment. But yeah, highly recommend going in there if you're into the punk rock genre or just in rock and roll in general and you're close to Vegas. Now this is the shirt I got. It says Howdy Punker, Las Vegas right over here. It's got the Circle Jerks, the skanker going on there, but it's like the Vegas style. It says Punk Rock Museum. Got the dice over here, so it's kind of cool. They figured might as well get a little something from in there. They got quite a bit of merchandise too when you're kind of going around inside there. There's like a photo of CBGBs from New York I used to look, and then like just quite a few different items, not just t-shirts but also like pins. I didn't see any magnets, but pins and patches and ashtrays and things like that just kind of scattered around all through there.
They were here February.
Yeah, definitely glad I stopped in. And the prices on the merch weren't too bad. I think the shirt was the shirt that I bought was $30. Danny's trying to get a bird's eye perspective of the Punk Rock Museum.
I'm too short. I gotta get a better view.
Can I get your bird's eye review from up there? Did you like it? No, I mean the Punk Rock Museum.
What do you mean?
Did you like the Punk Rock Museum?
That was amazing.
What was your favorite thing in there?
Tim Armstrong's guitar. Getting to
Tim
pick
Armstrong's
that up.
guitar.
Yeah,
That was the
also
original
from
self-titled guitar,
That was
like
awesome.
94, I think that guitar was
It
from.
was funny because it didn't look like the photo that's behind
Yeah.
it. Because I guess he painted it pink afterwards, but the guy flipped it over and you can see the original color.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
that was cool.
There was a lot of stuff in there that you knew from bands that you liked that I had never even really gotten into. So it's
Yeah.
kind of depends on what you're into, and this is kind of all different genres in there.
Totally, yeah. I mean, punk rock it expands. You know,
Yeah.
there's so many different types that you can listen to. I was definitely into like street punk,
Yeah.
and then some of the bands that you was the same thing. Some of the bands that you were familiar with, I wasn't too familiar with, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And then Dano knew it all.
Dana knows a lot of bands I don't know.
I'm gonna lie, yeah. I'm from all over the.
Some of the stuff I was chiming in on, both of you were like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Well, that's what's cool about the music. There really is something for everybody from all eras, no
Yeah.
matter when you got into punk.
Right.
Even to like, Warped Tour era.
Modern day. I like the-
Misfits era, 70, like it's all there.
Yeah.
It's all in there. They covered it all great.
Even
Yeah.
some like hardcore scene, like the U's, that you wouldn't really categorize as punk.
Yeah.
That's
What do they call that? Crossover or something they had it labeled as?
Pretty cool.
I don't know.
Pierce the Veil.
I was right, they did have Pierce the Veil in there. It is very hot and bright out here now. It feels good to be standing in this gate though, because last time I was only able to stand right over there, so now I'm on the property. I feel like I need to get on. I feel like all the cool kids are over on top of the... getting up here.
You ain't a cool kid unless you stand on the bench.
You ain't cool unless you consider me Miles Davis.
Here we go. Top of the bench.
Here we go.
Punk Rock Museum. Oh, she's in the background too.
We did it.
I think the thing might tumble over. I don't think
I was
we're
a little worried about it. So, yeah.
I'm getting down. All right, the three of us have now made our way over to the Peppermill. I've eaten here once before. I think I ate here last time I was in Vegas. And I kind of want to start a tradition of eating at the Peppermill, and it doesn't seem to be too busy at this particular moment, so we're gonna go have a bite to eat at the world famous, or at least the Vegas famous, Peppermill. And the thing I like about the place is just kind of how, like, you know, Vegas has a lot of neons. There's a lot of neon in there, and they also have the very colorful booths and whatnot, and you know, like they actually have trees on the inside between the booths. Just like a whole vibe inside. They ended up having a Cobb salad. First I went with a soup. I went with a broccoli cheddar soup, which is probably should have got a cup and not a full bowl. And I ordered the Cobb salad thinking it was going to be kind of a small portion. Just a massive salad. That all of us got different options. But I ended up with the Cobb salad, which definitely was very, very filling. But I've been here before and it was late at night and it was very, very busy. This is a little earlier in the day, which would be like early afternoon, early dinner, late lunch, early dinner. And there was definitely way less people and all the booths was full. But I highly recommend the Peppermill. It's kind of a win in Rome moment or a win in Vegas moment to go to the Peppermill. It's just a lot of history and just kind of textbook Vegas. Good stuff. Pretty full. And from everywhere in Vegas, you can see the stratosphere. Pretty much everywhere. It's like a good landmark. So you kind of know where you're at if you just kind of find the Strat. And that's going to do it for today from Las Vegas. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. It was a good day. And the vlog is over.